We have him at the bottom left. His nickname is God in the GSL. He still has to prove it. We have Flash.
Yep, his opponent going for very risky builds. A risky opening is Sola. Risky opening and then a risky follow-up. It didn't have many options as a follow-up to that meterless play, but the Roach option was totally shut down. Those are the most awkward 36 Roaches I saw walking around the map I've ever seen.
I didn't envy those Roaches at all. I was like, okay guys, what are you gonna do right now? And they were like, well, we don't really know.
By the way, Flash is going for a very forward barracks in this game.
Yeah.
Unless he goes for the eBay block again, which is possible. Yeah, with only one SCV, it looks like he's really going to do it this time. He went a little bit faster this game to make sure he can get the eBay block up for sure. He tried last game, it didn't work.
And he's just able to dodge the first Overlord. So here we go.
No, he's going to put a barracks down, it looks like, actually.
Yeah.
Huh. This is extremely far forward. This is about as far forward as you can get.
I actually didn't even hear what you said. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the barracks. The eBay block at this point, I didn't really expect it. It was 11-11. He sent the first out pretty early. I thought you said barracks. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, we have the SCV being scouted, and this is you know why the SCV is scouted? Because Sola is using a different pathing with his Overlord than he usually would, and this is because this is the problem of Flash. Flash cannot prepare against Sola. He does not know that Sola is using a different Overlord scouting pattern. The problem for Sola, on the other hand, is that he can't find the SCV.
Oh man. But the thing is, he's going to know the SCV doesn't show up somewhere, so now he knows, okay, well, maybe you were trying to do something different. Maybe you're going to try to eBay block me or something, but...
He already adjusted his build. We already have him with... Well, he plays this a lot safer because we see him just now with his own pool hatch. No, the pool first, but the hatch is later. Yes. So usually you would go for a 15 hatch in a game against a Terran player because you can get away with it. And now we have him with the pool first. So this will help him a lot. But for Sola still, he should have found the SCV. He saw it with the Overlord, and there was no way that the SCV had another purpose than putting down a barracks.
Flash is going to try to hide his Marines now because he knows that this is the only way he can make this work. If he tries to go in with one in the first SCV, the first 4 Zerglings are going to take him out. So he's going to try to wait until maybe 3 or even 5 Marines, then go in with some SCVs to do some damage. He could just back off and abandon the plan 100%, which I would respect, but the problem then becomes that his production facilities are out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem. He will lose a lot of time, and this will open a bit of the timing for Sola to put aggression on him. I love his wall too. That's something that some players will neglect, but he is covering all his bases. The Zerglings that are streaming across the map, they have been scouted. That's his first problem, and they won't achieve anything because of the depot wall.
Yep.
Bottom right now, what Flash is doing is building a lot of Marines. He's not running in with the first 2 or 3 or 4. He's waiting for a fair amount, and then he's going to go in. So here we go. Even shielding them with the barracks before this.
Yeah, he goes now in with 6, forcing more Lings to come out. This is not going to be a very successful attack by Flash, but he's going to be able to force Lings instead of drones. He will be able to target down the Swine Crawler. He's going to cancel that. No cancel.
Yeah, this is going to be a micro battle, and with Flash micro being incredibly good.
Yeah.
This could definitely... this could be a problem for Sola, even if he doesn't really have to be.
He's down in Harvesters, in fact.
Yeah.
He's made so many Lings, and the bunker's going to finish. He just needs to make sure he's careful with his Lings. This bunker's not going to kill the hatchery, but he's going to just try to get it up. He's going to trade against the Lings. He's going to fall back to the bunker whenever he wants to. The Queens are the biggest problem for Flash right now because they have a lot of range to do a ton of damage to Marines.
Yeah, and here we go. The Zerglings are already been taken out. The SCV is still alive. He has another one there too. Tries to build this second bunker, but the Queens are immediately trying to target down the worker, and they are successful. Most important thing for Sola here. Really, really well done. Losing a Queen in the process, but this was worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it to make sure that bunker doesn't finish. The bunker is cancelled. Flash still remains ahead in supply, and he can pop into that bunker whenever he wants. He's just going to keep poking at Sol, forcing more and more Lings out. While at home, as soon as he starts his command center, he's going to get a little bit ahead. He starts to CC now on the high ground just to be safe.
Flash is still doing a significant amount of damage with this entire issue though, and he's way ahead in the Harvesters with a 14 to 21, so he's in a great spot. Sola did well shutting down that second bunker, but in general, this defense is not really as solid as you would like it to be. Especially with him having to build all these Zerglings. Flash, you pointed it out, he builds his second command center now, and he also has the added gas. If he is able to force a few more Zerglings and even pressure Sola more, then Sola will never be able to catch up in time. He's still 15, 16 harvesters to 24.
And Sola has about triple the units lost that Flash has. Flash being so efficient here with his micro, being so good on those Marines. So many of them in the red, it doesn't matter. Now cleaves up the Zerglings so he can put that depot down.
Look at this, we have a second Spinecrawler coming up. Sola is really scared here. He's looking at this and he thinks that Flash is fully committing, but Flash is following this up. So with the second Spinecrawler, he's got to be fine against aggression, but he needs a lot more income here. He needs to make sure that he has the economy that Flash has.
Yeah, this is actually incredible, considering that he was scouted so early with that overlord. Sola even altered his build, as you said, went to 4 hatchery instead of 15 hatch. Still, Flash now in a position to continue to harass. Finally decides to pull out of that bunker. As soon as the Spinecrawler is in position to kill the bunker, he's like, no, I'm out. And Sola's sitting there with his, his hand on his head.
The problem for Flash always is that he doesn't know exactly when gas was taken. And when you don't know that, you don't know when speed is going to kick in. So the point where you have to retreat with your Marines to pick that point can be very, very difficult. And he moves back and is like, okay, well, right now you don't try to break out. If I move back now, I can save my Marines. I'm not going to lose all of them. You're not going to chase me down with your Zerglings. And he's able to save every single one of them. And this helps him now to defend in case Sola runs with a counterattack. Some Zerg players will just sit there, look at what's happening, and be like, okay, well, I'm actually behind an economy. I'm going to go for an all-in right now.
Exactly. Flash, on the other hand, though, has powered up a ton of barracks. He's not playing this greedy. He goes into his CC, but he's playing very safe behind it. He's going into even 2 additional barracks, so, well, he's not going into them, but they're landing here. So he has 5 in total. Those are the initial barracks he proxied. He's just got a bunker up at the front, and as soon as he gets the medevacs out to start healing these Marines, he's going to be in great shape. He's actually going to Reactor Hellions instead of starting a starport, though, so it looks like he wants to hit a timing attack at the 3rd base of Sola. I just don't see Sola holding this, not without a Baneling Nest, first of all.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Baneling Nest, speed has been started, but if Flash is going to muster a big attack, then it's going to be very difficult for Sola. It already is. He's behind in overall supply. His economy is not where it should be at this point. He just overreacted earlier when he was trying to defend against Flash. And I like that Sola is now getting the Baneling Nest that we just talked about. He knows that he will need it. But Flash is just in a great spot. I really like the position he's in, and he will too. So, at this point, Flash, I mean, look at it.
I mean, he's
ahead,
miles ahead.
In every single aspect of the game, he's ahead.
There's no way that Sola is going to be able to catch up unless Flash makes mistakes, is the point that we're at in this game. Baneling Nest here will help him defend against this timing attack that'll hit the 3rd soon, but I said help, not necessarily hold the attack. He uses an Overlord here. Flash very active about checking for this. He's going to have medevacs out. He has Stim finishing up. His eBay is a little bit late compared to Sola, so Sola will have Stars upgrades a little bit faster, but that's not going to help him. It's not going to be ready by the time that Flash hits with his attack with a few Marauders. Stim, 33 Marines. Basically all the Marines he had initially with his attack are still alive.
Could you check the Queen energy? Because I really think that he's missing a lot of injects here. We saw that a few seconds ago. No, it actually looks like he's fine. Yeah, we saw. Okay, well, he has a little.
He's got maybe 2 or 3 extra ones, but
yeah, he's actually fine with the injects here. He caught the hatch a couple of times without being injected, but he's not too bad. He has a problem with his lava, regardless, because of this late 3rd base, and this is really coming into play now that Flash is moving out, because the production for Sola is a big problem.
Sola a little bit scared to fight here off creep, and I don't blame him. He's fighting against Flash, Marine Micro.
And yeah, look at these splits. The Banelings, they don't even want to engage off creep, and now they're trying to move in, but the splits for Flash are so good. His control is exceptional here, and he is punishing Sola hard. There is no way for the Zerg play to hold his 3rd base.
Yeah, he tries to come in with the Banelings, the Hellions and all, just take it out. He doesn't even have to split anymore. And that's the end of that hatchery, as well as these drones, and it's basically the end of this game. Lair Tech isn't even done. He can't try to pull off an Investor Miracle here. Flash has to micro once more, and he does. He can even pick up. He's got some Marauders here. He targets, and the Banelings hit Marauders. That's never what you want.
Great micro. He has the high ground vision with those medivacs. He can make sure that he doesn't run into an accidental Baneling. Very well played by Flash here. He's 30 supply ahead right now. We have him with the siege tanks. Combat shield is about to kick in, and as soon as he has combat shield, the +1 attack upgrade, Sola is even more trouble than he already is.
Yep, combat shield finishes now. +1 is about to. 1-1's going to be done for Sola as well, though, but Flash just has so much production. He doesn't have a 3rd command center yet, just now starts it as I say that, but it just doesn't matter. I think that Flash's reinforcements are going to do too much. Like you said, the larva problem with no third hatchery is a really big deal, especially when you're going for Lings as a defense. They're the most larva-intensive unit in the game.
Exactly. He had no macro hatch or anything. Flash, the better production by far, moving in, and he is finishing what he started. He is taking this game with 100 to 50 supply. There's just not enough. Not enough Solar and way too much Flash. Units everywhere, the medivacs, the siege tanks, the third base, everything is just screaming. Solar, you are out of the GSL.
Yeah, Sola is out. It's his first attempt, but he hit Flash. He, rolled Snake Eyes, I suppose you could say. Flash with some great micro in this game, not only in the last game, but initially in this game with the screens. GG.
Another quick 2-0 here. We have Flash with the victory that every fan was hoping for. Sola, well, for him it's of course annoying. You are able to make it into the qualifier and you have high hopes for winning. Nice keyboard, by the way. Green, yellow, red, white, and black. I've never seen such a colorful keyboard combination.
Yeah, it's quite creative. I like it. Yeah. You guys got to see exactly how enthused we are by that keyboard. We were like, whoa.
So, for Sola, this is of course a sad day, but on the other hand, you're up against Flash, and you kind of expect that Flash is the favorite here. It was well played by Flash, and he takes it with the 2-0. And Sola, on the other hand, he was struggling here a little bit. But this is, of course, a lot of experience that he gains too. He's playing in the booth, he's playing in the GSL, playing on camera, and for Flash, this is something that he's really, really used to. For Sola, this is very new. Then he plays against Flash of all people.
Yeah, very unlucky.
You're very nervous here.
Yeah, he draws the wrong, he rolls the wrong die, he gets Flash, and then what are you going to do? He gets nervous, makes a little bit of mistakes with the early game there. Before we get into our third and fourth matches of the afternoon session, we are going to have a 5-minute break. See you guys then.